Welcome to our channel. Today, we discuss one of the most significant questions in modern American politics: how and why Kamala Harris, the incumbent vice president, was able to so dramatically increase her popularity, raising her approval rating from 37% to 48%, surpassing even former President Donald Trump, who has long been considered the top political heavyweight in the Republican Party. In this video, we look at the key aspects and factors that have contributed to Kamala Harris' rise in popularity and explain why she is becoming the main hope for a brighter future for many Americans. Unofficially, Harris entered the presidential race back in July 2024, when President Joe Biden unexpectedly announced that he would not run for a second term. The announcement shook the U.S. political landscape and paved the way for Harris, who by then was already considered a promising candidate. Since then, her campaign has focused on fleshing out an economic platform that reflects her deep commitment to supporting the middle class, reducing inequality, and fighting corporate malfeasance. One of the key elements of Harris' economic program is the introduction of a federal ban on inflated food prices. This move is designed to protect American consumers from unreasonable price increases on basic necessities, which is especially important in the face of ongoing economic pressures. Harris intends to not only establish the ban, but also propose enforcement measures, including giving the Federal Trade Commission and state attorneys general additional authority to investigate and punish violations. In addition, Harris has proposed a new $6,000 child tax credit for families with newborn children. The measure aims to support young families at a time when spending on children is at its peak. With many parents unable to take paid leave, this proposal could be a vital support for millions of Americans, helping them provide a decent future for their children without falling into debt. Another important part of the Harris program is support for first-time home buyers. It offers subsidies of up to $25,000 for a down payment. This measure aims to encourage more homeownership among the middle class, which in turn can help promote economic stability and reduce inequality. According to statistics, 99% of our viewers are still not subscribed to our channel. If you are interested in my videos, please do not forget to subscribe, put a like and leave a comment. This is very important for promoting the channel and spreading information about the current political situation in the country. Harris' economic platform stands in stark contrast to the proposals of her main rival, Donald Trump. The former president intends to impose universal duties on imported goods, which has already been dubbed the Trump tax. This approach, according to critics, including Harris, is aimed at protecting the interests of the largest corporations and the richest segments of the population by increasing the tax burden on the middle class and the poorest citizens. Harris has repeatedly accused Trump of seeking to cut taxes for billionaires and large corporations, which she believes only increases economic inequality in the country. Harris, by contrast, has focused her economic strategy on supporting the middle class. Her program includes measures to reduce consumer spending, provide housing subsidies, expand tax credits and deductions, and combat what she calls corporate price manipulation. Harris sees her task as creating the conditions for the sustained growth of the middle class, which is the backbone of the American economy. One of Harris' key areas of focus is the regulation of the housing market, where she intends to protect the interests of renters. Her plans include introducing measures that will prevent unreasonable rent increases, which is especially important as the cost of living rises and financial pressures on low and middle-income families increase. Harris also plans to tackle the practice of investment funds buying up housing en masse to resell it at inflated prices. This issue has become particularly acute in recent years, when many Americans have found themselves unable to purchase homes due to soaring property prices. In this context, Harris intends to urge Congress to pass the Preventing Algorithmic Facilitation of Rental Housing Cartels Act. This bill, introduced by Senators Ron Wyden and Peter Welch, aims to prevent corporate landlords from using sophisticated algorithms to manipulate rental prices, which particularly affects the most vulnerable. Harris also plans to continue the Biden administration's efforts to expand rental assistance, increase the supply of affordable housing for the homeless, and enforce fair housing laws. She intends to do everything possible to prevent corporate landlords from using taxpayer money to unjustly enrich themselves at the expense of tenants. One of the centerpieces of Harris' program is the restoration and expansion of the child tax credit, first introduced during the COVID-19 pandemic. Harris believes that expanding it to $6,000 for families with newborn children would significantly ease the financial burden on young parents. The initiative has gained widespread support among voters, especially at a time when many families are struggling to provide a decent standard of living for their children. Harris also plans to tackle tax inequality by restoring fairness to the tax system. She intends to reduce the tax burden on the middle class while increasing taxes on the largest corporations and wealthiest citizens. Her plans include introducing additional taxes on excess profits and strengthening controls on tax evasion by the wealthy. In this video, we have looked at the main aspects of Kamala Harris' economic program, which aims to support the middle class and fight corporate abuse. Her initiatives, which include consumer protections, renter support, and tax cuts for families, could play a crucial role in the upcoming presidential election. Harris has managed not only to increase her popularity, but also to propose concrete measures that resonate with the general public. Her program addresses the pressing issues facing millions of Americans and could be a key factor in her electoral success. We will continue to follow developments and analyze the candidates' campaign activities to bring you the most up-to-date and reliable information. So if you liked the video, like this video and subscribe to the channel. This way you will support us very much.